Jimmy, I wanted to ask you about the consumer experience in advertising. There's a lot of talk here and a lot of talk in the industry about what's seen, what's not seen, what consumers want to see, what they're blocking, the kind of new opportunities for publishers to maybe advertise in different way through new kinds of units or interactive units or less units.
Yep.
Where do you see that conversation shaking out right now?
No, I think it's a good conversation. I think it's a conversation that we should, appreciate and embrace, and also try to lead. From a publisher perspective, obviously, the key thing for us is to engage our audience. That's first and foremost what we should think about, and obviously, that's what we do every time we create a content experience. But we also really have to think more about what we do when we then serve up ad experiences. And I think, for a while, it's been a little bit pushed in the back, which is why I think we're seeing this huge rise in people using ad blocking and other things. So people are really pushing back on what they're experiencing from an ad experience perspective. And I think we have a responsibility as an industry and as a publisher, and we're taking that very serious on the AOL side. We've actually created a whole new team and moved it over to my side of the house. Before, we actually worked with ad experiences more on the tech platform side of the house, but at the end of the day, we need to kind of have it close to the content experience, the consumer experience, so we create things that are more in line with the overall experiences we create. So obviously we've seen more in-stream unit, native units, branded content things, which obviously from a publisher perspective gives better experiences, better engagement, but we need to push it even further. AOL actually used to really push the boundaries. We, 3-4 years ago, we launched the Devil unit, which ended up becoming, an IAB thing, and we want to get back to that mojo. We need to kind of take that baton again and lead again. And I think the industry as such, needs to do more in this space.
There's been a lot of talk about Outstream, and I think, what are your thoughts about that, or in read, in text, and what are your thoughts about that?
No, I think we have to be careful every time we disrupt the user experience. I think the users are used to having ad units in the right-hand side of the page. Obviously now, we're moving to a smaller screen. We're moving to mobile. I think that's challenging, how we think about, advertising. I think, frankly, if we talk about banners on mobile, it's frankly speaking not a great experience. So as a publisher, I want us to do better than that. Obviously, we have now seen in-stream and mobile working much better. You've seen what Facebook has done with that. And other publishers obviously catching on. Also video, I've obviously expect a lot from video on mobile. Video on mobile is, I think, one of the best experiences if you can actually get people to activate it, because when you activate it, you have the full screen, there's nothing that's disturbing it. So I think those are things that we need to do more of, and then I think also the advertisers will start to shift more money to mobile, because right now you have more eyeballs on mobile platforms than you have advertising dollars. There's a gap, and that gap, we know that if advertisers are looking at where the eyeballs are, eventually they need to shift the money to where the eyeballs is. But I think again, as an industry, we just need to make sure that we have the scale, but also that we have the formats that can deliver those experiences that the advertisers are after.
And Jimmy, finally, it's a year ago the Microsoft deal was announced, almost a year ago, and a lot of integration, big global expansion as a follow-up to that. Tell us sort of about the global footprint, product offering of AOL. Also, you had a little something to do with the expansion of the Huffington Post globally. Just give us a snapshot.
Yeah, AOL, one of the things is obviously, the US has 4% of the global internet population, so you have to look outside of the US, and even though AOL stands for American Online, obviously these days we have a global approach to how we do business. So the Microsoft thing, first HuffPost, actually HuffPost, as you know, I ran HuffPost, we brought it into 16 markets, so that gave us tremendous reach, more than 200 people on HuffPost alone. And then with the other properties and Microsoft that we took over to a point last year, we are now in 22 markets, reaching more than 500 million people on a monthly basis. So we're starting to have the kind of scale across the key markets that most advertisers or after, when they want, to launch big global campaigns, and that obviously these days matters a lot. So, you'll see more from us in that space. We think, more consolidation needs to happen. We need more scale, to compete with the likes of Facebook and Google, and we're, pursuing that as hard as we can, both organically but also with M&A.